Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all now tuned in with your guy, Joe T.
D. Johns.
And this is two grown men having a conversation, and we are finally back at it.
Back at it.
You know? How you been?
I'm proud that you remember the address, bro.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even have to cut the GPS on.
Oh. You got the car drove, man.
I ain't forget my way.
I'm doing good, man. It's good to see you, bro. Like I said, when you came in, this is it.
Yeah. Let's get to it, man.
we really ain't had no pre-gaming.
Yeah,
how you been, though?
Man, life been good, man. Had to do some reset.
Yeah.
You know, readjust.
Oh, I'm gonna get to that.
For sure.
We're gonna see what you're gonna say today.
Most definitely, man.
We gonna see.
Had to dial back, put some things in perspective, focus on things that were important, looking at what I want my future to really look like. You know what I'm saying?
38?
In December. Yeah.
About that time?
Yeah, about that time, man. Really dealing with myself about, certain things. Because the future of being 38 and God willing going in my 40s and 50s, and looking at the world how it is today and what's going on, like you gotta get secure and get out the way.
Out the way.
Seriously.
I'm 46 and I remember 38, 39, 40. I know I said it on other podcasts, but 40 is when I stopped walking past the mirror. Took that long stare and addressed what I saw.
Yeah.
A lot of things were out of whack. Externally looking successful in a lot of different phases. Money was money in.
Mm-hmm.
My dependence on God was really low. Really low. Then he had to clear some things out. And here we are.
Yeah. And that's always a blessing, man, to clear some things out.
Yeah.
And still, staying in touch with what's important.
Sure.
Because in them transitions, man, people look at it a certain way and it's like, man, hey, I'm trying to serve those who serve me and make sure the reciprocation is there. Make sure my time and energy ain't just all over the place.
It's interesting you said that because at 38, 39, I definitely still cared about what people, I cared about the perception that I was trying to publish.
Yeah.
And only recently shut it down within the last couple of years, honestly. And I don't know that was my choice. It was maturing, but accepting what matters. I did a lot of saying what matters.
Yeah.
That's great. You said enough, you'll believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that I was fronting at any time, but when your world get rocked and things get shaky, what matters most either has to matter most or you drift further into the abyss.
I'm gonna tell you another thing that kind of woke me up to that. Being older, gaining wisdom, and paying attention to things people really give their attention to on the internet. The louder conversations are shocking to me because of what's being talked about or who. There is no substance in what the masses of people are really discussing. There's no solutions. We're discussing celebrities who are multimillionaires who do not care to really give back.
Yeah.
Donating in charity is a PR move. It's not really helping the people. You done something, gave something away. No institution, nothing to really fish and feed the people. LeBron's done it. Snoop's done it. Jay-Z, from my understanding, they have certain things
in place, yeah.
Yes, that will go on to help people versus I gave some bikes away. I bought some backpacks. I gave $100,000 to this,
But you're really surprised that the masses are the masses are?
To an extent, with some of them, I do be surprised. I don't know why, bro. I tell you why. It's my love for our people.
Yeah.
And
you want more for.
Yeah. And in my heart, I I know what I would do. You give me a $60 million check. You know, it's no way I'm buying a $300,000 watch first, $250,000 on my neck. And I could have went and took $500,000 and bought some land and put a compound on it to first start with my family who probably need to save some money.
Well, hold on. Let's pull that a little bit.
Okay.
Because you say that now, and my challenge is you've had some degree of gradual success to coming to a more comfortable place than you do before.
Right.
Financially, maturity and all of that. To go from where you were, boo on the porch, to 60 million.
Mm-hmm.
That 300,000 ain't flying at that point?
On the watch?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Never.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no. That's mind blowing to me to actually give $300,000 for a timepiece.
Yeah. But when you've never had a concept of money and now you're under the impression that you have more money than you could ever spend because that's what it looks like, from nothing to 60 million or whatever, to 5 million. It looks like an infinite source. So that 300 compared to infinity, somehow you can rationalize that. Some people.
Yeah. And see, I think, and going back to the conversations I watch people have, our culture values, glorifies those things not in the right
for sure
context of the posture of the heart.
There's no context for that.
Right. You're doing it more so you never had it. You got it, you just blew the money. I think,
and I'm not making light that it's pushed on you. And you can't get away from it. It's not like you woke up and of your own volition decided to be away.
Right. And I pay attention to multimillionaires because I don't just pay attention to our millionaires. Yeah. I know white millionaires.
Right.
They really got it.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah. Walk by them casual as ever.
Yeah.
Comfortable, family comfortable, kids comfortable. Not saying that ours don't, but I put that kind of stuff on. It's a target on my back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could die for this 300 a milli. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing, man. I never value jewelry ever. Like my parents still don't wear it. Like very conservative religion we grew up in. Today, more people wear it. Things have evolved. But at the time, in my most impressionable stage, that like they don't even wear wedding rings. So that was never a draw. It was never big flashy car. For me, what I found out that scratched the itch for me was when I got to a place when I knew I could have it. And let me qualify that because most people assume or most people equate being qualified for the loan as being able to afford it, which I have later learned that a loan really means you can't afford it. Unless there's some other opportunity where you're gaining more money on the loan that you took. But essentially, if you need 5 years to pay the car, as most of us do, can you really afford it?
That's a good question.
The question is, how often can you make the payment over this time? So like, and this has evolved me. Because before, you know what I mean? Before, thank God I got more of my priorities in order before my money grew in corporate. Because if I had seen, like, I know there's some guys that's 25, 26 that are at right now where I maxed out in corporate. And it's just how they live. You know, they run in packs and they live life. I can't imagine what I would have done with access, not even having the money, but somebody looking at your income and say, take that, take it off. Don't take it off the lot. We'll send you the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I'd have been out of control. So what I was able to, where I could walk on the lot, and if I wanted the thing, I could get it. Now, there's limitations. I won't go and grab no Maybach.
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't. I wasn't. But, like, that was a satisfaction for me. Like, oh, man, I can't have this.
Yeah.
Hoopty still outside.
Yeah, I think my heart is just more fixed on future security for myself and others versus temporarily gratification.
Yeah.
Like, I ponder on these things a lot.
And I don't want my kids, and that's the other part of it now, like what was demonstrated to me, like I'm glad jewelry was, and I'm not knocking anybody. I like it for people.
Yeah.
I've tried it on. I'm like, this is not you.
Me neither.
It just don't. I've tried it. I've tried, little bracelets and all. I'm like, it ain't me. And I always think it draws attention.
Yeah, it does.
And that's the last thing I want. Even having a podcast, I'd rather actually be known for being a producer than sitting right here.
I'm kind of the same way. And people, because they see me on social media, they think I'm really not.
Yeah.
Like, I get social anxiety easy. Like, I don't like being, we went somewhere last night and just stumbled up on a little party that was going on. And like, I be ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, when you see me, I got this big personality. I can have it, but I got to know you.
Yeah.
It'd be if I'm in a room full of people I know, you ain't gonna be able to tell. But going somewhere, people would think, you got this big person. I really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't never been a jury guy neither. I just recently started trying to wear a chain here and there. But other than that, watches, man, I never. Yeah. But and then here's another, like when I make posts, like for instance, I made a post talking about Cash Money and No Limit, right?
Mm.
So in the post, I was saying that they failed the culture because that's what people like to incorporate when we talking about our music, how we dress. I mean, Birdman got on stage and said, I started this stunt. I was the first NIGGA to put tattoos on my face.
Yeah.
And they went crazy. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to these things and then I speak against what they saying and masses of black people come out and chastise me and say I'm a crazy and I'm a coon and you tripping. And I'm like, bro, when you look at that stage, you got two groups of people, at least maybe 25 people together between No Limit and Cash Money.
Yeah.
We're talking billions, probably.
Yeah.
Birdman alone, a B. P alone, a B.
Yeah.
Including everybody else since the 90s.
Yeah.
When you look at this and you see majority of them turn into junkies, went to jail, not saying that everybody ain't got their path that they go through, their journey and things happen.
Yeah.
I'm saying we're looking continuously at a culture of people in and out of jail, turning into junkies, wasting money. Again, no institutions.
Yeah.
So when I say, they failed the culture. How? They such and such. Bro, they talked about drugs, murder, degrading our women.
And murder.
Yeah. and more murder.
And murder.
And committed murder.
Yeah.
People died to the culture movement. And I'm saying, out of all this money, where the businesses at? Where the land at? Where's the schools at? Where's the banks at? What do we be thinking when we come out of this stuff that we say we tired of living and going through, when we got all of these athletes, entertainers, and musicians who have made it out and have not done anything to help sustain the Black community, the amount of love that has been shown to you, buying tickets, buying merch, showing up, doing all the things to help you also reach that level of success.
Yeah.
Where is the real give back? Where is it? So when I say they failed the culture, I'm asking, what is your argument? These people got on here and literally said, well, Juvie got a business. I just said it's 25 to 30 of them. You mentioned a Juvie juice.
I was unaware. You said when you come out of that place, like you're not discrediting or discounting their past, what they lived through, telling their story. But once you come out of it, what are you doing to give back? My question is, do they really come out of it?
No.
Because most people say, I'd love to find out one day, but having a lot of money makes you more of who you are.
Mm.
So again, it's that point at which when you amass the wealth, what mind frame you're in, the fact that you amass the wealth doesn't mean that your mind immediately changed. So you have to be somebody that wants to seek that change, whether the wealth was there or not. Like you would have to make a dedicated decision to be on that path, regardless of your resources, for that to even matter.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in chaos and somehow you throw a bunch of money at me, my chaos might look different, but my mind hasn't changed.
Facts.
I might not stay on the block and shoot, but I might just have a controlled environment of debauchery in my mansion now.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm not killing, but have I really changed as a person? I just got more resources to do what I want to do, and I might get hip to I don't want to do this on the block. I want to do this over here. And now you got that sense of autonomy that nobody can touch me. My money can get me out of anything. Puff. You know what I'm saying? It's
right.
like you get to a point where you get away with so much so long over time. Like where's the line? If you steady pushing the line and crossing it, and you push it and cross it and push, like at some point, is there even a line? Like what else is there to do?
So is there such thing as actually change for?
I believe there is. I just think that there has to be a personal growth thing outside of fame and resources.
Right.
We like to say, hey, you have an opportunity, and because I feel like this, you should feel like that about your opportunity too. And it's valid, because as you've lived and as you've evolved as a person, now you really do feel like this. So you have a basis for saying, hey, I once was this.
Right.
If I met you 15 years ago and never saw you again, you have stamped the impression of who Joe Baker is based on that. I met you after that. So there's people that will probably argue me down when I say that's my brother. They're like, wow, that's he.
Right.
And if you can find people that that feel a way about me for different reasons. So I think we got to take into account how we communicate our expectations. They're valid, but with the critique, what is the solution to as well? They don't have a solution. I don't have a solution, but they got more money. Well, we still don't we still don't have an actual solution.
And it's almost coming off as if paying attention to these conversations, like our community really don't care for solutions. We want to laugh at everything. Everything is a joke. We don't take nothing serious, and we're okay with rape, rob, and murder in these conversations
as entertainment.
Yeah, and we okay. We are okay with ignorance. We okay with so many things, but then when we get mistreated by the system, when we get killed by the police, when we get we want to have a conversation about us coming together. But if you turn around and hold these people who have the influence in these voices accountable, you'll come out and defend your idol. So my question really to the people is, why do you defend your idol the way that you do, knowing if you looked on the paper and really think for yourself outside of being led and following the masses of people who are basically blind, what are we doing? Who are we following? NBA YoungBoy right now on tour. If you listen to what's being said, I had my generation. I know the type of music I listen to.
Yeah.
I know the type of life that I lived based on some of the influence that come from that. But when I watch these concerts now, it's different from my time. They got switches on their guns and stuff too. It's different. Heron is out here. It's a different level of, you know what I'm saying, and the message that's being pushed.
Yeah.
When I turn around and say, your idol, NBA YoungBoy got the ability to pack a concert, 60,000 young black men.
And women.
And women.
Yeah.
He has the ability, literally, because I was talking about something calling it a civil shutdown, because they got the government shutdown right now that's affecting a lot of people and will affect a lot of people. When you look at the entertainers and you say, all right, come out, have a concert for free, do one song, but then bring out people who can have conversations that can explain the effect this shutdown is about to have if we don't come together. You got 60,000 people in our building.
Yeah, and so like your call to action is for them to be courageous when that might not be their character.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
Because it's one thing to blame, and I don't even like blame as the word, to shift more of the responsibility to the person being worshiped
Mm-hmm.
than the people worshiping that person. We also have to realize that the person that's being worshiped is influenced by what got them there too.
Mm-hmm.
If I get to millionaire status doing A, why would I go to B if B is in contrast to what A is that got me there? Like if you became, like, they can't become famous without people giving them that platform.
Mm-hmm.
It takes more people to give them the platform than it does the person that actually holds the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's them. It's a team of you, whoever's pushing that stuff out. But millions and millions of people have to agree with what they're saying at a time
Mm-hmm.
and elevate them, esteem them, praise them. And then when they get that level of praise and esteem because of what they've been saying, we say, hey, man, now it's time to.
Mm-hmm.
But what is that timeline? Like NBA, and I'm not, I'm told you,
I'm following you.
You know,
I feel you.
And I have to be, I don't have to be, I choose to be real about the situation because, like you said, you know, your time frame, my time frame was a little bit before yours, but now I have adult children.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't discount the fact that I went through whatever it was and by the grace of God had time to grow out of it
Mm-hmm.
and stunt them now with the expectations of who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
So the 20 and like I got a 22-year-old, next daughter's about to be 20 in December. My son is 18.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the babies behind them. It's advising at this point.
Mm.
My daughter went to the NBA Youngboy concert and I was like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My daughter did too.
But I went to the J and 50 and Missy and Bust, like all, and Fat, all of them was on the show.
The plus with yours though, you parent though. You're a parent.
All of it is true.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like before they were in a place where they were saying, Dad, I'm going to do this,
mm-hmm.
my tone would probably be different.
Yeah.
Like the 12 and 12 and soon to be 11-year-old can't tell me that they're going to do this.
Right.
There's still not a degree, 100%
right.
control of.
Right.
Nah.
Yeah.
But when you have adults, it's like you start looking at things like, okay, how can I still give them the message that in a way that it'll resonate and also understand that I went through a thing that I had to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my point is, people that have the platform, my expectation of them changing their platform for the good of all of the people that elevated it to that platform,
unrealistic.
It almost seems like they're alienating what got them there.
Yeah, and that's selfish, and that's why I call them idols. They're your idols, and people don't see that how conditioned and controlled they are. They don't see that the road and the path that they taking them down is insane.
Yeah.
They also can't see that you're constantly making these people super duper successful and super duper rich, and they have no care for your well-being at all. So when I say, if they have the ability to grab your mind, my point is, we have to have that same thought process. We have the ability to wake them up as well.
Sure.
The way you get most people attention that's done reach that kind of is hit them in their pockets.
Sure.
If you put a charge on all your idols right now to prove me correct and say, this is what we want. We would like for you to to do this or voice this opinion about this certain thing because it's a serious cause, and they don't do it, I'm following them. If they seen 200, 300, 400,000, 1 million people, I'm following them within an hour time, they're going to respond because they're going to know it's going to start hitting their pockets. And people will start seeing, now that's right, they don't care. They not speaking up about very important things, but you'll be mad at the government, the red or the blue side.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
It's unrealistic.
I agree with what you're saying. I think what my challenge is, hitting them in their pockets just becomes the methodology to sway in whatever direction.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever that flavor of the month is, that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it still matters like who's picking the flavor, because it's really not changing. It's changing a temporary message and sound bites that are going out because of a reaction to a thing. Like for me, unpopular take. And it's something I keep saying I'm a researcher, but I don't know when DEI became a thing, right? In terms of law and expectation.
I think when Obama was in office. So whenever around that, in that 4 period, it was when they came in.
Okay. I'm gonna get the information for me because it's something I've been thinking through and I don't have the full explanation of it. But if you think in terms of companies that were serving the community, companies that were in business before DEI mandates came in place, right? When the law changed, the companies adjusted to the law.
Right.
Now it looks like the companies care about DEI.
Right.
The companies cared about complying with the law. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We bought into these companies care about us because of DEI, but possibly DEI was implemented as a condition of them following the law.
The law.
The law changed. Business follows the law. We up in arms because they followed the law, or because they no longer care about us.
They care about the brand.
Right.
And the money.
Right. So for me, it's never about attaching my emotion to what a business does or what a person does as a public figure as it relates to it resonating with where I am in any aspect, spiritually, like in any aspect. I guess I just have a detach, and maybe that's, I don't know if it's because I'm jaded. I just never felt that way. Like I was the biggest Jay-Z fan, but I didn't wear Reeboks. So when the S-Stars came out, I said, man, if they was Nike.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson is from down the street from where I'm from.
Yeah.
Man, if why he signed with Reebok?
Yeah.
Foolish.
Yeah.
And I'm foolish.
Yeah.
Like I'm like that to a fault. And I'm admitting it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I've never had that. I guess my sheepdom only went so far. And I think we need to address more of the sheep because these people aren't shepherds. They're just more popular sheep. Sheep with more influence because they're following a path to the money.
Yeah, it's all sad, man, watching, how easy it is to continue to be misled.
Willfully.
Yeah. And in the same breath, you'll act like you're so intelligent, so wise, and got so many answers to life and what's important and what's not important. And the whole time you're a fool.
You know what I find in the comments most often? Is that people don't really have answers, they have responses.
That's all they want.
They have responses to defend why they are the way they are.
Yeah.
even if they know who they are is a product of a failed environment.
Yeah. We have, it's so many people who will defend what we have defined our culture, regardless
I
of.
don't even know what the culture is.
Man, they don't either. But they know they cling to. When you look at majority of what you're calling the culture, we have become successful off the backs of ignorant Black people that has did nothing but talked about each other, got over on each other, sold dope to each other, murdered one another. Majority of the success stories all involve our culture harming each other to get to a level of success. And then we esteem those that we say got out of the culture after they done caused all of this destruction, and we honor them because they made it out of the culture. Like, that's insane to me. My platform, this is a part of it I can't stand. I'm honored for a murder case, for a body, because I went to prison for 10 years, because I've sold dope, I've shot people, I slept with multiple women, I had a child when I was 15 years old, I slept with older women when I lived with an older woman when I was 15 years old. People look at this thing and it's intriguing to a point of they want to hear what I have to say. Not saying my second chance, really my 100th chance, is not, I'm not due for it or deserve it because of, the change that I have made. But that's really why you here. You here based on I was a crazy man at one point. Most of the women that want it is on the basis of the toxicity of who I once was. You can't even handle the substance I carry. Now you still want to cling on to that. That's why it's hard sometimes to make that pivot, because this is why they came. This is how my success started. Me, because of my mindset and my relationship with God, I don't care nothing about the fall off. I learned to make the pivot and still work it.
Yeah. And
not just continue to use people and just lead sheep to the slaughter while I'm constantly climbing this mountain.
So there's something I wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
How often are you conflicted in putting out certain types of content? Because I don't know if we call this a new season, but
oh yeah, for sure.
We was on the first run. You talked about you fish. You know how to fish.
Yeah,
and I get it. In the way my mind works, it'll. But then, what if, infinitely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what does it stop for you in terms of drawing people in, using certain things to draw people in with the intent of giving them what they actually need.
Mm-hmm.
But also it's like, if you want to minister to an alcoholic, you don't tell them to meet you at a bar. I'm not taking them there to drink.
Right.
But the bar's familiar to them. No,
mm-hmm.
The bar is an illness, part of his illness form. So like, you get what I'm saying? Like, how do you frame it? Because I be struggling because of how I grew up and how much I deviated. And now I don't know if I'm coming back to center. I'm trying to find what my ministry is through my life as God is required.
Mm-hmm.
I know a few things that it's not.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm not to be on the pulpit. That's not that's not what I'm called to do. But sometimes it's like, all right, is it toleration of something that you don't agree with or you don't actually represent anymore because of the potential draw of people? Like how do you negotiate that, if at all?
It really depends on what the post. A lot of times I don't get convicted. I don't feel out of place in my calling.
There we go.
At all. There are certain times I'll post something and I'll go back and watch it and I'll know that's too much. This one is too much to pull. And you're at a place right now where you've been blessed. You don't have to go that far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that don't happen as much as it used to now.
Yeah.
Because when I started making my pivot, my tribe was built in. Because knowing the testimony of where I was coming from, a lot of them people started weeding out when I started sticking more to what I was on. You know, I just recently had somebody in my comment section that said on my YouTube, they was like, your numbers is still good, but they not what they used to be. It's because you ain't talking about, you know, your sexual experiences and this, and that as much as you used to in the way you used to deliver it, you know. And I'm grateful for it because even in that, it was testimonial style. But there's at some point I have to take accountability in knowing these people are dependent on you, but there are a lot of them that are in vulnerable places and looking at that and lusting, or thinking, heal. And I have to realize at some point, hey, you don't do that because I don't like the attention. I've never really had the kind of DMs people probably would assume because of the balance of my platform. If they jump in my DM, they gonna try to come from a biblical standpoint or some advice or something first, but so they try to feel me out, right? But I don't get conviction as much as I used to because I'm kind of more on the positive end now. Every now and then, if I do post something like that, if I try to lead you to YouTube when you see the context of it, you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at.
Do you think it's important for us to judge others' conviction? Because that's a very strong word, and sometimes I have to catch myself as to whether I'm using it as a crutch or not.
Judge others' convictions.
That was the first part, but in terms of conviction as a principle, period, I know I've had to watch where I would use that as a get out of jail free card. I'm not convicted of that. Your relationship with God has led you to this, and I think it happens. I know it happens at different phases of life with different people. Some people be convicted of things that others are not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that one or the other is lost in the grand scheme of things. But if God, like, I've heard people use the example of God told me to stop eating chips. Right? Because chips were having whatever their addiction was or was having such an effect on their life that it was taking them away.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's a very extreme, but if you think about it,
I feel you.
But if God reveals that
to
you don't need to do this, that doesn't necessarily mean that your platform becomes everybody doesn't do this. And if you don't feel like me, you're not aligned with God. Right? So when you see people, and again, I'm not trying to become more accepting of others' actions because it's not in my house. It's not my thing to accept or to put a stop to, in my opinion. But not necessarily validating with like trying to be, I hate the word open-minded, trying to understand perspective and what can I gain from the contrast in our perspectives.
Trusting other people's process?
Not me. Oh, that too. Because if you look at like Kirk Franklin is a popular one now. Because he got introduced to the world through gospel music, anything that doesn't look like that, now he's Illuminati. And sometimes you look at things in isolation, I'm like, man, that looks weird.
Yeah.
But then it's like and if you talk to him, he, like, you had your time for your story. Like you're retrospect. We're cool with retrospect stories.
Yeah.
I did this. I overcame. Boom. We're not cool within the moment I'm struggling with this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a loaded question because there's a lot of things. For one, iron sharpen iron. It's
true,
important. Yeah. I think you should pay attention to your close brothers and sisters, what their convictions. Not saying that this is where I am, this is where you should be. But out of love, my brother Dip, he really liked my spiritual advisor. he'll call me a certain post that I'd make back then. Now, hey, you good? But he know me, and I'm good. I'd get off, think about it, and he always tell me that my convictions ain't your convictions.
Yeah.
But be careful.
Yeah.
Be mindful.
Be mindful.
That's okay to do. Going to the Illuminati thing because it's true. Because I've had people do this to me because they know my walk with the Most High.
Yeah.
Anything outside of that, oh, listen, they
didn't got him.
Oh yeah. Even when I move my hand, did you see that? He just threw up the devil horn. He ain't what he used to. I get it all the time. But also in that, as a mature believer, I know what the accuser of the brethren look like too. I know what persecution look like. I know what spiritual warfare look like. They try to press things up on me that's not really of him, trying to get me to, you know what I'm saying? But I do think it's important to hold each other accountable for certain things.
Yeah.
But I think the most important thing about that conviction is pay attention to the fruit.
I knew he was going there.
Yeah. You got to pay attention to the fruit because, for one, if it don't look like they're getting conviction or making some kind of turn, then pay attention to who they leading and how they leading them, because everybody being discipled, whether you want to believe it or not. If you look at somebody as a role model or a leader or somebody that's ahead of you, you're being led some kind of way.
Yeah, sure.
And you know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to the fruit, you know what I'm saying? Because if there is no conviction, there is no godly fruit.
Right.
Yeah. It's impossible. If it don't align with your beliefs as far as and this person is constantly doing what they're doing that does not align with that, no conviction to change to do it the way the word is saying or whatever you believe, no conviction, no fruit.
Right.
Then you need to be wondering what's up.
I also think we need to be mindful of our expectations of people.
Yeah.
Like people are flawed, and this is not an excuse, but I think we, even in, if you want to call it religious or Christian, the God-fearing community, when we find something that looks like a path that we can follow, we ready to promote. And if they trip up, you go one or two ways. I knew they was never what they said they was. Or you get on the other side, you start defending their actions that should be held accountable. Because you put yourself out there as a follower of this person, or you've promoted, you've esteemed this person so high, you don't want to look foolish in your decision making. I think we got to be mindful of that, because there could be good that you get from watching a person, right? And I don't think that one negative outweighs. I mean, everybody has a slip up. But I think you got to be careful not to call that slip up something other than a slip up, or something other than what it really is, because your judgment is so cloudy, because you want this person to be right in all cases, because you've jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, they need to check themselves right there. Yeah, there's something going on when you've made that person an idol. And now when something doesn't fit what you thought, now you're looking at that person different or whatever the case. That person, and I've branded it at 100 times with. That's why I love my platform, bro, because I'm not a saint.
Right.
I'm not gonna carry myself in a where something looks and then you're like, dang, no.
Yeah.
Because now you making me think I can't be human.
Right.
I'm human. I'm gonna get on the phone later on. Somebody gonna make me mad. I'm gonna probably cuss them out.
In real life.
Yeah, people are here and say, man, I ain't never heard you cuss on the platform.
Right.
Make me mad then and see what's up. That don't mean
Yeah.
But that's a very good question, man. That's a slippery slope too.
The people closest to Christ that we esteem, some people as Christ, which is an issue, another conversation, had problems.
Yes.
We're okay. That's why I said we're okay reading about the problems that somebody's already had, and whether they got over it or their story is closed.
Not for now.
The story is closed.
Yeah.
We can't deal with people's story in real time.
Yeah.
And give them grace. And again, I'm not saying you let people off on whatever, but it doesn't mean that you're one extreme or the other.
Yeah.
They presented some things to you that were of solid foundation, move you closer to God, or move you in a positive way, and then this happened. Call that thing what it is.
Right.
If it keeps happening, okay, now you're seeing the actual character of the person, or something's changing, and maybe you need to move away from it.
Right.
But we gotta be careful of defending people at all costs, because most of what we see looks a certain way, or what we feel leads us to believe a certain thing about people.
Right. And love covers a multitude of sins. I want to say that. Because as brothers and sisters, we have to realize that we are human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do certain things that people thought you wouldn't do.
Never.
Confessing your faults to one another, I think, is very important. Accountability is very important. But I wouldn't tell nobody in a walk with the King to ever get in your mind that you're not going to fall.
Right.
It's all in the word.
And it's not over when you do.
And it's not over when you do. I tell people, even in your fast, continue to press through. A lot of people will start a fast, make a small mistake and say,
so
I'm done. Yeah. I ain't even, no. Press on through.
Yeah.
Straighten it up and keep going, because you got to get out of the habit of beating up on yourself. And a lot of people miss out on their blessings that way too, because some people, they'll make you start moving as if your relationship with God is based on works.
For sure.
You want my relationship with human to be based on works as well. You want me to be performative, not human, not the man of the, you want me to check all the boxes. The minute I don't check one of your boxes, you want to judge me and throw me to the wolves. I'm not that. Man, bro, when I moved to Dallas, before I moved to Dallas, I was speaking at a lot of churches. Houston, I was all over the place at one point. And I remember when I started kind of pivoting out of religion.
Yeah.
Being more vocal, saying fishing in a different way. I watched every one of them pastors unfollow me. Nobody jumped in my DM, messaged me, called me, and they got my number, still got it now. None of them. Bro, I'm just calling, checking on you.
Yeah.
Nothing. But when you saw my testimony coming out of prison, you want me to come speak to the masses of people.
Repost.
Yeah. When you wanted to post me on your flyer, but the minute what it looked like to you that I was straying, you ain't even calling to hit check on me, bro.
Bro, you said something about us wanting a performative version of a person.
Yeah.
And that immediately took me back to where this conversation started. Like for you, is your message, is your call to action for people with these huge platforms and access to resources, or directly having the resources, to be performative, to sway the masses in a positive direction, or to actually change so that who they become can possibly sway the masses?
Change.
Glad you said that. So what is the real expectation of people with platforms? They have to change on their, like I said, without regard to the resources and connections. Like, they have to want to do that.
Right.
So your urge is for them to want to get to that point faster, or for somehow
personally, I think
different?
Me personally, I think they want it. I think they caught up in the matrix just like the sheep, like you were saying, they all sheep. Because in their mind, they think, but even if it's deep down in them saying, if I make this pivot, what if they don't like me no more? Now you're scared.
Yeah.
But really, you want to do it, bro. I've watched NBA YoungBoy several times say certain things. You can hear the tug on his heart. But he watching all of these people who love him for what they've, just like Cardi got something going on right now that's major. But I've watched a lot of them artists say certain things. They scared to make that pivot because of the masses of people. They afraid, what if they, you know what I'm saying? I went through it and I ain't nowhere near. I went through I can't talk about pig no more. Don't say that. And I was like, I don't care though. it is what it is. I think it's in them. I think it's in them. I think it's just important for us as a collective whole to let them know it's okay.
So the call is to be courageous.
Yeah.
What shifted for you?
For me?
Yeah.
When I got courageous?
Yeah.
My relationship with God. Then, my relationship with God and my real care for people, and I really understand I should either be dead or in jail. I really get it. I really get that. I'm like, I had a moment like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember where I was at, but I was just looking around and I was like I done 10 years in prison. I'm free. And I can go anywhere I want to go when I want to. I'm free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when I think about stuff like that, to take advantage of that opportunity and just continue to mislead people because I can articulate words a certain way and I can make money off of them knowing that they sleep, knowing that they want to be entertained because entertainment is the new currency. Like I could go, if I wanted to, I could go viral every single day. It's hands down. If I wanted to, I could make $4,000-$5,000 a day, knowing that people don't care about important things. Like I could jump on every subject. I could make posts about Trump and politics and musicians that they idolize and sports that's going. I could make 10 posts a day, I guarantee, and every one of them will exceed 500,000 views if I wanted to. But I understand that there has to be some balance to, if you really care about people, your family, and your real relationship with God. I don't know what Bible they read or Quran or whatever it is. When you read that, if you believe that, why would you come on, man? Like, why? And I'm gonna tell you the most beautiful thing is I screenshot a lot of my comments from YouTube when people say certain things about, hearing the messages. That is a way better feeling than a check, bro. That's serious.
Yeah.
Because it helps me stay aligned. It makes me see the greater goal of this. And it ain't always about making money.
I get it. We oh man. It's a huge breakthrough because of the Dear Son platform. And I can't wait for that person to talk about it.
Yeah.
When that person told me what happened because of it, everything was worth it. And I'm just getting monetized. So like, this is a way of life for you. It's slow rolling.
Yeah.
But all of it is worth it. And it kind of validated the purpose of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand when you get those messages like,
yeah. And watching the entertainers, I hate us being the butt of the joke, bro. It bothers me when the Black community is the butt of the joke and we think we are the one who creating the jokes. Listen to me.
You're the audience.
Yeah.
We're the audience.
Yeah. When I see these things now, I just be looking like, when I watch our women with the weave, and I'm not saying, beauty enhancements is not, but when I watch how the trends of all of our beautiful women look the same hairdo, same baby swiggles, same loss of identity.
You see the baby swiggles.
The baby swiggles is insane. Like, come on, man. Like,
baby swiggles.
Yeah, when I watch the trends of...
I do think there's an expiration date for that. I know y'all ain't.
Yeah. When you watch the body modifications, when I see our women, the way... There's nothing wrong with dancing, but when there's just a continuation of carrying yourself in a manner and thinking a man gonna want to marry you is insane.
Yeah, attention.
Like, even with the men, when I watch the men do what they do, knowing they not where they should be in life, and still step in a woman life knowing you ain't ready to lead and carry that woman, but then turn this woman into a monster and then act as if you wasn't over there manipulating, gaslighting, and doing all of this craziness because you had all these internal issues going on. Or you out here overdressed, got on $2,500 worth of clothes, riding in a car that you can barely pay for, and probably got a roommate. No, and then we out every weekend as if and you were supposed to say last night was a movie. Your whole life is fraudulent, homie. Your whole life is a lie. Nothing has been a movie. You have no idea. Look at if you sit on set and watch the work that goes into really creating a movie versus watching it, and then when you hear somebody say last night was a movie, bro, come on, that's insane to even really think that, because you ain't even put in no work. The only thing you did was buy an overpriced bottle of Don Julio, bought a section that y'all went in a collective to get a section that was $750. You bought a $580 Don Julio bottle they cost $45 in the store. You had on fake jewelry, fake watches. You got on big T shoes. You like your whole life is
big
fraud.
teeth shoes.
Listen,
the attack is real.
Come on, man. And then you got these veneers in your mouth that don't look right. Like
Chiclets.
And then you turn around and you look at it and we think we so lit and we so lost. I'm talking about don't know nothing about finances, saving. I've seen a post the other day. Somebody said something about Trump. It was a complete lie. And I responded, they didn't say nothing. We so cool with just spreading misinformation because we uneducated. And that ain't me saying I'm for or against. I'm telling you, you ignorant. And you okay with being ignorant. And you don't like being told when you wrong. And you won't even go do the research. But then you'll go to church on Sunday, praise and say, God bless you. And your whole life is chaos. Why do you think God is even listening to you? You're not even practicing what it is you say you believe. And then you wonder why we so out of control and so lost, because you think you could do whatever you want to do, how you want to do it, live how you want to live, still get blessed. And life was a movie. Like we lost that, like that. It hurts. That bothers me for the future. It bothers me, bro. Like it should be scary to us, bro. It should be scary to see where the economy is, what's going on, how it's happening, and none of us are really in a position to be self-sufficient if they cut certain things off. They affecting jobs right now. I'm watching all y'all talking about these food stamps.
It's bad.
They terrified about these food stamps.
Yeah.
This section they would, and only thing we doing is have a conversation. Only thing we doing is just saying they. You gonna look up, bro, and realize it ain't just that you can't afford to pay your bills. Now you ain't got access to food. Now you ain't got access to this or to access to that. Then what? Like that's what's bothering me. That's what's in my spirit. It's on my spirit, like super duper heavy. It's time to get proactive, man.
Yeah. Disclaimer: if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you feel attacked, maybe you should have. But if you don't feel attacked, the attack wasn't for you. Something I want to talk about it. It'd be a different episode, but we gotta stop. We gotta stop crediting God with these blessings that ain't from Him.
Man. Would y'all be tripping if we had the same outfit on and y'all see us we drop both shows in the same day?
We gotta stop. We gotta stop. Think that's the time for this one though, bro. Welcome back.
Oh yeah, we're back in, man.
Welcome back.
Man. Yeah. Long overdue, man. People been asking a lot of great conversations and trend and stuff that I know we could have been hitting on. People need it, man. And I had a brother tell me, Eshawn Bergen, that told me, he said, man, pay attention to your tribe. The people that's supposed to come and hear or feed off of what it is that you serving.
Yeah.
That's your tribe. Anything outside of that, don't overextend yourself to try to get them to come over. Just trust that the people that he's sending.
Eshawn Burgundy.
For sure.
Sabbath Morning is one of my favorite joints, man.
Man.
One of my favorite joints, man.
If you ain't bumped Eshawn Burgundy, go check out Eshawn for sure.
Indeed.
But it's always, y'all already know what time it is. You got Joe T.
D. Johns.
Blessings.
And that's D. Johns, not Dijon like the mustard. I seen your man said that. I was going to get him. I was going to get him. Say, you and your man Dijon need that. I said, okay, I'll take it.
Mustard!
For sure. Because they are spiritually discerned. So to him, those things are foolish.